Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Part 3. Actually, I'm not doing part 3. I'm going to talk about some success and achievements that we had this week as a team. Core Multimedia Solutions. And I say as a team because it's not about me. It's about the company. It's about Core. It's about what we represent. But I'm really proud of about my team on an award that we received this week from Savant. For those who don't know who Savant is one of the leading home automation companies in North America. So some people have heard of Crestron, other people have heard of Control 4, RTI, URC. Savant is one of those big boys. I did speak as to why we use Savant, but everybody has their reason why they choose to use their specific control platform for full-on integration and automation. For us, Savant has been that guy, right? That guy that we moved and gravitated towards when we really started growing on some of these larger projects. And for us, it had to do with the fact that this is one company that really had it going on. And not only did they have it going on, they really found a way to integrate all aspects of a home or office, from the front doors to the cameras to television to audio to door locks to gates, outside shades, indoor shades, lighting, cameras, action, the whole kit and caboodle, right? You name it, they've kind of figured out a way and developed a product around it. One of the neatest things that they've done is they have their own full-on electrical and lighting integration platform, not just the software, but the physical pieces of equipment. And the way it works is if you take an electrical panel, which most people know what an electrical panel is. Basically, you go in, and it's the thing we have in our house, in our office, and you open up a nice door, and it's got all these breakers, right? And the breakers have names on them, and they got all sorts of weird numbers. And people go, I don't know if that's a 15 or 20, whatever it is. But all I know is when I flip this breaker, a certain pool of lights turns off or turns on, right? So Savant came out with a equipment and a design that allows full integration and automation at the breaker level, the electronic breaker, and that pushes through to the rest of the house. So here's how this works. In a normal house, I have electrical line that goes from my breaker, and it may go to a set of wall plugs and or lights. And then if it goes to lights, then it'll go to a electrical light switch and or dimmer, and then from there it goes out to the sets of lights. So when you go up and you press that little button or flip the switch to go on and off, it causes those lights to go on and off. That's how it works. Savant decided, hey, they can come in and replace each one of those switches and dimmers in certain areas, very much like Lutron has the same product, and other providers do as well, but that's pretty much the two larger ones that we use is Lutron and Savant. And you can still do it at a dimming or switching level, or you can take it one step further where in some of our platforms, whether it's residential or commercial, they don't want that whole bank of electrical switches. So they don't want it, especially some of these custom interior designers that go in these houses, they don't want like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that giant block of electrical switches and dimmers all in one wall. And then you have these giant things everywhere They would rather something just like a nice little keypad with like 5 buttons on it, and those 5 buttons may control an area or a scene or a handful of different areas that you can program into that, and it's just very nice and slick and simple, and you have a little name on it that says here, you press this little button and it does X, right? So the difference between the two systems is if you decide to do the nice little cool 1 plate or 2 plate with a bunch of little buttons on there with labels and scenes on there, we run low voltage cabling from that to the electrical panel or in another electrical panel. And then Savant came out with their, essentially we'll call it their own relay switch. So it actually literally physically plugs into a breaker box. And what's neat about that is when it's completely installed right, each one of these modules, we'll call them, you can see the electrical flow going through then, and then when you do it even further right, you can do an analysis on how much electricity you're actually using in particular areas. You can start managing that energy flow, and then you can even take it one step further and tie it into solar because they have an energy company that backs them up called RacePoint. And all that being said, they have their own lighting platform. So at the Westin Hotel, we integrated Savant as our lighting infrastructure and our backbone. And as a net result out of our wonderful accomplishments, Savant decided to grace us with the Lighting Project of the Year Award for 2020 in all of central United States. So there was 3 awards given, 1 for the East Coast, 1 for the West Coast, and 1 for the center. So we won that award. Thank you to the folks at Westin. Thank you for my team, Savant, and all the folks along the way that have really helped and support us to get us to this point. It's a huge accomplishment by my team at Core Multimedia Solutions. It is something that we did not expect. It was not planned, and more so getting recognized for being a leader in our community, for being a leader in Savant, and moving towards that platform, which is to be one of the more recognized, if not the most recognized AV company, the specialty AV company in the DFW Metroplex and surrounding areas. As many of you know, we have done projects outside of the DFW Metroplex for over 10 years. And we'll continue to do so and support folks in different cities and different states. And so anyway, I wanted to share that bit of great news. I am ecstatic that we have received this award. It's a great honor. We also were recognized with an ambassador award, which just meant that we buy a lot of their freaking products, so it's kind of nice. We look forward to the future with Savant. We look forward to continuing to integrate these awesome products and services, not just in the commercial front, but in the residential space as well. I have talked a little bit before about AI technology. So for some of those folks out there who don't know what AI technology is it's an advanced program. It's an advanced protocol. So I'm going to give you an example of AI technology that's currently working in our world today. AI technology can work like this. You have your cell phone, and your cell phone's tracking system is on because your little navigator is on, and so the eye in the sky knows exactly where your phone is. And so if you go into a restaurant or buy a restaurant, let's just say it's Papados, and you, regardless if you actually went into Papados and actually ate, it'll recognize, the systems will recognize that you are near a Papados or actually at a Papados, or, doesn't matter if you ate there or not. It's going to shortly after that, after you leave the environment, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes later, maybe longer, it'll give you a text message or maybe an email that says, hey, how was your experience at Papados? Thanks for choosing us. How would you like to get? So that is an example of AI technology. Another AI technology, and I believe this is where it's going, is facial recognition. So cameras have facial recognition. So what does that look like? Is, hey, if you walk through and you have a little thumbprint sensor, or some little door locks have camera sensors, you can put your face on there, it'll do facial recognition, and it'll open up that door. That's AI technology. So why do I talk about this? Because I'm excited that Savant, being the full automation company that they are, is moving towards that direction. They are, and I don't know the business terminology, so I'll refrain from using the business terminology. They have a relationship, and that relationship is going to be with a camera company, okay? And this specific camera company has some AI integration built into it. And that software that they have allows you to literally do facial recognition. And it's so intelligent that after a while, if you just keep on saying, hey, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, it'll automatically do it. So if you said, hey, this is a man, and every single time a person who looks like a man comes by, eventually it'll start learning and know that, hey, there's a man walking by, and the cameras will pick them up. And Savant, and they have an AI integration process. So Savant basically is using that company's products, and they are now coming up with their own AI updates within their own systems. And now what's crazy cool is if you're at your house or your office, you can set your cameras as you're walking up the door to recognize your face and go, the doors will automatically open. And if you wanted the lights to turn on at a certain level or music to turn on a different level, how freaking cool is that? So it's one of the things that I've been wanting to get into this year. I've spoken with some folks on AI technology. I'm looking at reconnecting with those individuals this year. I really believe in by the end of this year, it's going to be something that more people are talking about, the coolness factor of AI technology. And man, that's where we're at. That's the future. That is, without a doubt, the future of society. AI is here. And how cool. And Savant, being the one of the leading and more innovative companies out there, man, they've chosen this platform, and I think it's great. When it's ultimately going to be released, I know it's going to be sometime soon. I just know that how cool is it to be working with a company that is heading in that direction, and that AI technology isn't just about doors. It can affect lights and all the different lighting systems that you can have. Amazing that we are blessed. So kudos to my guys. We've had some amazing lighting projects in 2020. This one was actually recognized. The other one should as well be recognized, but I don't know if it will be. And that one's at the Museum Tower, where we did a full-on Lutron homework system, and we are every bit inside of a 10,000 square foot high-rise condo. We'll call it a condo home. I don't know what you define that as. It's huge. That's what it is. And everything from every single light to every single shade in this entire ginormous house is all being controlled on a Lutron backbone system. And we are very, very proud on how that came out. We're still looking at finishing up the final touches on the programming. And but other than that, excited as all get out to move forward. So this is Bruce Solis, Core Multimedia Solutions, giving thanks to my team and to Savant for being, I should say, for being the innovative company that they are, but also allowing us to work within our environments to shine, giving us this opportunity. How graced are we and blessed are we that we can do these amazing projects with amazing companies like Savant that give us the tools and the resources and the support to ensure that our clients are happy and have the best of the best of the best of where technology is going on a future basis. So thank you for all the support to my friends and my family and my clients. Thank you for my team. Thank you, Savant. Bruce Solis, Core Multimedia Solutions, bringing harmony to your home and office. Peace.